Hello, 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 hello. Hey everybody, it's me, Ben Bailey. Welcome to the Big News Show. I, of course, am live from Vic's bar. Vic Henley's bar at Ben Bailey's house. What's up, people? How's it going? I'm trying to get the chat up here so I can see you guys. I do not have it up yet. I do not. I'm not sure how to get it up there, but I will. But first I will say this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I can bring the chat up on the screen here. I knew you guys were there. What's up, everybody? Hello, everyone. What's up, Kelf? What's up, Patricia? What's up, Kira? What's up, Mike M, Red, Con, Raphael, Kelf, I already said you. Laura Miskin, how are you? Con, did I say you? Kelf? Patricia? Wait, it's all the same people over and over and over again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 28 of The Big News Show. It's not that big and it's not that new, but it's still The Big News Show. Cheers, folks. I'm going to be transitioning from coffee to beer live on the show tonight. I know that's exciting. Ski, I cannot read the words that are coming out of your phone. Aloha, Red. Are you in Hawaii? Or do you just like to say aloha? Hi, Laura. Mr. C, the Bartman, top of the morning to ya. William Taylor, what's up? Richard A. Watson, hello to you, sir. I like to use aloha. Sometimes I'll get real crazy and I'll alter it and I'll say alohu. Alohu. Buzz beer. Buzz light beer? Is that what you're saying, Ski? Or are you saying there's a buzz? Are you hearing a buzz? Hello, hello, hello. I'm late, but I'm here, says Marta. Marta, if you're late, I'm late. I feel like I'm a little too bright here, guys. So I'm gonna adjust there. Now that's a little better. That looks like me. A little more like me, doesn't it? You can tell me. Be honest. There. That's very much. This is what I look like in real life. Transitioning usually means something else. Yeah, I guess you're right, Con. That was not the right word. But I did specify. I'm going to be transitioning from coffee to beer. This will be my last coffee of the day, which will be followed directly by my first beer of the day. And this is how things should work, I think. This is like a pretty solid way to run your day. That's horrible advice. Health food, healthy healths out there are like, dude, you're telling him to go from one drug to another, man. I'm not gonna try to push you guys to do any of that, but that's just where I'm at. And I know you guys are drinking too, something of some sort. So, why don't you have a little? That's right, folks. It's a Cash Cab Drive-By, the first one of episode 28 of the Big News Show with me, Ben Bailey. If you're new to the show, hey, welcome. Cash Cab Drive-By is the time that you take a drink of your drink, and I'll take a drink of mine. Be it beer, be it water, be it whiskey, be it wine. You take a bit of yours, and I'll take a bit of mine. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining me yet again. Thank you for the no judgments, Mr. Bartman. Mr. C. the Bartman. Is it Bartman? Bartman or Bartman? You fine, Ben, but the lightning is better. What lightning is that, Raphael? That was so exciting. It feels just so quiet now after that. Cheers, guys. Episode number 28. I don't know about where you are, but today was like an amazing day here. And I'm getting old. I realize I'm an older person at this point because the weather, it just means so much. If it's really nice, I'm just out there like, oh, and when you're a kid, I remember as a kid, the adults would be like, oh, it's such a great day. And you're like, it's just like all the others. I'm alive and I don't understand and it sucks. And then you get it to where you appreciate it. Like today was like perfect. Oh, okay. So the weather storm-wise, says Raphael, in answer to my question back to him. The lightning, where are you again, Raphael? And you're having a major lightning storm, which I enjoy. I enjoy watching that. Oh, the light, not the lightning. Maybe it said lighting. This is a this is a whole new show where you guys type things and I try to squint and read them and I just interpret them completely wrong, and we do a whole segment about nothing. Bartman! Not Stormwise. Okay. I'm living it up with a Pepsi. Nice. Cheers. I haven't had a Pepsi in ages, Kelf. Stuff will kill you. I used to drink a lot of Pepsi as a kid. Because my dad, when he was a kid, he wasn't allowed to drink soda. And then so when he was like in his 20s, which is when they had us children's, he would drink like a lot of Pepsi. And so we always had Pepsi. And I always drink. I couldn't get enough. I do not drink soda. I stopped drinking soda a long time ago. Nothing good in there except the taste. It'd be better to just like put it in your mouth and then spit it out. Ski, I'm sorry, Emma will not be joining me tonight. We have guests. My parents, my mom and dad are in the house, so I'm on my best behavior. Yeah, we have house guests, so it's just me. You're only getting me tonight. I know there's a couple of you out there that are like loving it, and a couple of you are like, what do you mean? What do you mean, no, Emma? Ski, I know you're one of them. How is my eye this week? Marta Weller, how thoughtful of you to ask. I put those crazy drops in my eye for a week straight, 5 times a day. And whatever it was, the viral, I don't want to say infection, but I guess that's what it is if you have any kind of a viral thing, that was creating these little translucent little discs on the surface of my eyeball. It worked. The burning in the eyes worked, and they are totally gone. So my eye, in answer to your question, that aspect of my eye is totally, totally better. Apparently, I still have like incredibly dry eyes for some reason. I will pass on the hellos to my parents, and they maybe will listen to this or watch this at some point. They sometimes do, and maybe they'll see it. Thanks for hanging out despite having company. No problem. It's my parents. I couldn't wait to get out of there. Just kidding. Milk and Pepsi. Milk and Pepsi. Kelf. A Laverne and Shirley reference. You're showing your age there a bit. And I'm showing mine, but you guys know how old I am. Yeah, my parents are here. The original model, Bill Bailey, is right upstairs. And he's doing what he does after dinner. He is sound asleep on the couch. So I'm not going to wake him up for the show. And Emma is chatting away with my mom, and, you know. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so here I am, man. And we had an amazing day. It's like September, and it was like 82, like very low humidity, which we never get here. Sunny, a little breeze. We were sitting out by the pool. We put some music on. We were just hanging. It was great. It was so nice. You know, we have this yard, this big yard area that we love, and we work on it. And thank you, Raphael. Raphael says, you really make my Sunday nights enjoyable. Well, that's fantastic, man. That means the world to me. I appreciate that very much. Mr. and Mrs. Ben Bailey Boulevard, says Ski. No, Ben Bailey Boulevard came along later. Bill Bailey. And no, Marta, he will not come home. I've told the story, it's my dad's story, really, on the show. At least on Working From Home I did. I don't know if I've told it here, but my dad's best friend growing up was Charlie Brown. So they were, no bullshit, they were Bill Bailey and Charlie Brown. When the songs were big, Won't You Come Home, Bill Bailey, and Charlie Brown, He's a Clown. And they were famously pulled over by the police once. Both had to show their licenses, because, you know, what's your name, son? Charlie Brown. What? Show me your license. Show him license. And how about you? Oh, I'm Bill Bailey. Get out of here. Show me your license. And so they do, and then he looks at the guy in the back seat, the cop, and he says, who are you, little Bo Peep? Pretty classic story. They were the planners, yeah. Ben Bailey Boulevard was once a twinkle in their eye. And yes, it was really nice today, Laura. It was like, I started to say, we put all this effort into the yard. You know, we got the pool, we redid the deck, we planted different types of hedge all around so that it's private, right? Try to get the lawn in good shape. We clean it up. Emma plants like a zillion flowers from seed this year, she planted like a ton of flowers all over the place. And they all came in. Or, she'd be like, no. She'd probably know a few that didn't. But most of them came in, and they're huge and beautiful. And we just sat there, once in a while you got to stop and enjoy what you've done so far. It's easy to just no, keep working, because you want to keep working and feel that progress. But you got to take a day off. That's why it's good if company comes over. Get to take a day off. Take a minute, sit and look around, see what you've done, and enjoy it. And we totally did that today. And that brings to mind a movie quote, folks. No surprise there. And that movie quote is, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and take a look around once in a while, you might miss it. This doesn't involve me dressing up like Little Bo Peep, does it? Nice! Spinal Bifido, what's up? Your favorite flower is the gardenia. Okay, cool. I don't know what that looks like, but Emma would for sure. Marta, you guys went out to eat, did a bunch of shopping. You bought a vacuum cleaner, a bookshelf, and food. Kevin's bacon bits all over it. Ferris Bueller, and I know you know Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller. Yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. FBDO. Great movie. One of my favorite movies that I saw back in those days. So much fun. Inspired me to be a little bit reckless and crazy and try to get away with shit, honestly. I had Ferris Bueller syndrome. We were in New York, the school field trip, a week after I saw Ferris Bueller, and I still had this I want to be Ferris Bueller thing going on. And I just walked up to this woman sitting in a convertible Rolls Royce, waiting. Nobody in the driver's seat. I just walked up and leaned over and I said, "Are you ready to get out of here?" I was 17. She burst out laughing. And I was like, I did it. That movie probably hurt my my academic career, because where better to pull those sorts of things than at school, Our poor Patrick's the dog, was home for 6 hours? That's all right. Patrick was okay, right? So excited that he peed when you guys got home. The dogs, they pee a little when they get excited. They're like the ladies. Did I say that? Yup. Hope that wasn't too loud, everybody. Let me know, how's the audio, everybody? Seems like everything's working pretty well. Seems like... Oh, I did that. Oh my God, I totally did that by accident. Now I have to do it. Boom. It's another Cash Cab drive-by, which means it's time for you to drink your drink, just like it says on the screen. Thanks, guys. Cheers to yourselves. Cheers, big ears. Same goes, big nose. Save Ferris. Yeah, indeed. You heartless wench. Jennifer Grey is great as the sister. She smacks the can. The kid's roaming the halls with the Save Ferris donation can. And she smacks it out of his hand. You heartless wench. Oh, that was fun. Patrick was fine, but he went nuts when we got home. Of course, that's what they do, right? Could be 5 minutes. They're like, "You're back. Oh my God. I'm so excited that you're back." Dogs are the greatest. They really are. I mean, what's better than doggy dogs? I don't know. Somebody liked the blow up. I can't just give it to you again because you liked it. But I can do this. Let's take a question from a viewer. That's you guys. Don't worry. We'll give it back. I swear to God, you can have the question right back as soon as I'm done answering it. As soon as I give to you an answer, you can have the question back. So who's got a viewer question that they would like to ask? Hey, bada, swing, bada. You know, if we played by the rules, we'd be in gym right now. Yeah, I gave you the next line. That's what I did there. I don't know about you guys, but I love movies so much. So says Jennifer Grey shouldn't have gotten that nose job. It's hard not to think of that when you think of Jennifer Grey. Nobody puts baby's nose in a corner. I think is what you're trying to say. $5 from Red. Boom. Thank you, Red. Appreciate you. I hope that explosion isn't too loud. Early on when we were having all the audio issues, not all the audio issues, but the issues, we had the crackle going on and everything. You guys had your volume cranked up to hear me one episode, and I hit the blow it up button, and it must have been awful for you guys. I've done it to myself, if that helps you at all. I've done that to myself where I came down here and the volume was somehow different. Like I'll use this setup to do interviews and other people's podcasts and stuff. And if I'm using an app other than the stuff that I use for this show, they will change, the volume will be different when I come back and I'll forget. So I've hit the blow up button and my heart stopped. I mean, it's such a loud, and the noise is just so ingrained. It's like it is a real explosion that you're hearing. So of course it scares a crap out of you. But yeah, I've totally done it to myself. I hope that makes you feel better. One of my favorite lines from that movie, this is Kevin's Bacon Bits, is when Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go. Me too. He's just going to keep calling me until I come over. He's so great in that movie. Alan Ruck. Guy's awesome in that. He's like, without Cameron, I mean, there's a huge chunk of the movie. You're Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. Such a classic. Just the slow-mo shots of the parking garage attendants flying through the air in the Ferrari. It was fantastic. And like many great comedies, there's real drama in it, right? It's all fun and games until we start to hear about Cameron's relationship with his dad and how awful that is, right? And then there's like the reality of they're all scared shitless because they're going to, leave and go to college and everything's going to be different, It's great. Great stuff. Marta Weller, not decision. The explosion is fine, though quiet. The explosion's too quiet. I think maybe I have my volume up too high on this end. And so you guys are not hearing everything as loudly as I am. Viewer question, how does that work? I get to ask one? Mine is, what is the wingspan of an unladen swallow? Eastern or European? I don't know. And that's the Holy Grail. Kira, I just did this, but you're making me do it again with $5. Booyah! Hey, man, what country do you think this is? What's the score? 0-0. Who's winning? The Bears. Is it safe? Okay. Marathon Man. So safe you wouldn't believe it. Oh, no, this is great. You guys are quizzing me. Is it safe? Oh, that's some of the most terrifying shit ever. Zell, the Nazi dentist, still at large. And, oh man. Subtly terrifying scene in that same movie. European, of course. What's your favorite? It's the favorite color is the one he gets wrong. Right? Terrifying scene in Marathon Man. The scenes with Zell performing dental torture are absolutely horrifying. Oh my God! Another $10. Boom! Improv. Thank you. I want my $2. Better off dead. Come on, you guys. I like it. It's almost like a new show where you throw movie quotes at me and I try to guess what they're from. But there's a terrifying scene where Roy Scheider's character in Marathon Man is like going to meet somebody, and there's nobody there, and then a soccer ball just comes bouncing out of the darkness. Terrifying. Subtly terrifying. Oh, Ski's got one here. Sorry, Johnny, I don't have a dime. I don't know that one. Yeah, Better Off Dead, Paperboy. One of my favorite things ever. Better Off Dead was an awesome movie. If you guys haven't seen Better Off Dead, check it out. It's like an early John Cusack movie. He plays a high school kid, so he's like in his mid-20s. And there's a recurring gag with the paperboy trying to collect his money, which was like really struck a chord with me because I was a paperboy. And I was terrible at collecting. I would collect from people when I needed some money. So I just show up and be like, yeah, you owe me for 3 weeks. I want to go to the movies. So I just hit them up then, And they're like, nowadays, no one would have the money. They couldn't work that way. They'd be like, I don't have any cash. But so I'm standing outside of a comedy club in Providence, Rhode Island. It's New Year's Eve. This is years ago now. It was actually the night that I quit smoking cigarettes, and I'm not sure how many years. It's been at least 5. So it's winter. It's New Year's Eve, and I'm standing outside with these guys, two young guys from the club. And this kid, it's like 11 o'clock at night, and this kid comes around the corner on a black BMX bike. Dressed in black, he's got a hat, he's got the gloves, he's got the bag around the front hanging on the handlebars. And I'm like, oh my God, what an opportunity. And I go, I want my $2. And the two guys just look at me blankly, like they had no idea. They had never heard of the movie Better Off Dead, let alone seen it. So I was like, oh my God, you guys have to watch Better Off Dead. First of all, it's hilarious. You got to watch it. Second of all, when did I get old and like people don't know the movies that we all watched? Feels like if you do it, everybody does it, right? So then like 2 years later, this is a little continuation of that same story. I'm playing golf with a couple of my hockey buddies, and I'm telling the whole story, and then at the end, I'm like, and they looked at me like they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And I was like, wow, I guess they've never seen Better Off Dead. And my hockey buddies are like, they have never seen Better Off Dead. And they're my age. I'm like, what the fuck? Turns out they were watching hockey. I think a lot of guys, at least, were watching sports. When I was watching a lot of movies, guys were watching sports. So there's guys that know, like, everything about sports. And then there's guys like me that know all these movie quotes. You guys and gals obviously fall into that. French fries, French dressing, and to drink, Peru. Nice one, Calf. She and Ricky are speaking the international language, the language of love. I'm going to play the movie quote thing for you guys now. Ski says, do you play hockey with your golf buddies? No, Ski. I play golf with my hockey buddies. I thought that was clear. She and my Ricky are speaking the international language, the language of love. Well, gee, Ricky, I'm real sorry your mom blew up. There's great scenes. His name is Lane Meyer. John Cusack plays Lane Meyer. And he keeps ending up at a traffic light, and there's Asian brothers in the car that's already stopped there. Then they want to race, and one of them learned how to speak English by watching Wide World of Sports or something. So he's just like, and pulling up to the light now is Lane Meyer. So he's just doing, do I dance? Raphael. Yeah, I can dance. I haven't in a long time, but I can tear it up, man. Kind of. Hey, it's Kimmin. Kimmin, hey, it's bedtime. Yes, it is. What is up? The actress that plays Monique just wrote a book about the movie. Get the fuck out of here, Ski. Are you serious? Chooch. What's up, Chooch? Emma's not here, Chooch. We have guests. Please contain your disappointment. She's upstairs hanging out with my parents. Lloyd Bridges, awesome in so many things. The actress that but Lloyd Bridges does not play Monique in Better Off Dead. Interesting, man. Yes, very sweet, right? right. Monique, the actress that plays Monique. I love that you know that she was Monique in the movie and that she wrote a book about it, but you don't know her name, the actress. I don't know it either. But what a great movie. There's so many really funny parts to that movie. I haven't watched it in ages, so hopefully it would hold up. I think it would. They don't. Not all of them do, you know. Ben looks like he can cut a rug. How does that appear on a person in their stance? I used to like to dance. I had a period of my life where I liked to dance. Oh, there's airplane quotes above that I didn't see. I got you. Can. Gun, 2 guns, double gun. Have you ever considered having other guests on the show, like other comics? Yes, I have. I just did now while I was reading that question. And I came to the same conclusion that no. No, I could do that at some point, I suppose. It just, honestly, it's like, for one thing, fuck those guys. I wish they could just go back where they came from and leave it all for me. Just kidding, obviously. It just seems like there's so many podcasts or shows where it's like, hi, I'm whoever, and I'm a comedian, and I have a comedian here with me, another one. And it's just like so many of them that I wanted it to be different. You know what I mean? Plus, I didn't want to organize having a guest every freaking week because it's kind of a pain in the ass. No. You guys are all guests. Every week you guys are guests on the show, basically. I could run into all of you somewhere and I'd have no idea unless you told me your screen names, man. LJM Pro says, love two toucans. Does this relate to your excellent method of killing 2 birds with 1 stone? Oh, two toucans. You can, toucan. Follow your nose. It always knows. I'd love to have Eddie Izzard on the show. If Eddie Izzard wants to do the show, I'd love to have him on. But so that's my attitude. I'm not going to go looking. But if a guy like Eddie Izzard decides to reach out to me because he wants to be on here, yes, Billy Blue Balls Burr would be great. I'd have Bill on if he's ever in town and around. He's a hard guy to have a minute to hang out with. We talk, but it's not like we've had much chance to hang, Bill and I, in a long time. Don't know Eddie Izzard. But yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do it at some point. Honestly, I did the old podcast Tall But True for a while, where it's DC Benny and I, and we had a guest every time, and we did 40 of them, and I was so done with the booking of the guests. Most of them were like, wow, that's cool. And I did it right. I sent a car to pick them up. And it's amazing how some people were complaining. Oh, the driver was a block away, or he didn't go the way I wanted. I'm like, dude, I sent a car to pick you up. You should be saying thank you. People don't do that anymore. The Tonight Show used to get you there. They used to fly comics out way back when. Give you a Tonight Show varsity jacket. And after a while, it was they don't do anything. They're nothing. I mean, you get a little gift bag. I had a Jay Leno, Tonight Show with Jay Leno mug and a blanket. A blanket, I thought that was pretty good. But, so that's the reason I haven't been having guests, is because you have to book the guests. You have to organize the guests. And it's I don't like asking people favors. And it's I don't know. But maybe I'll do it again at some point. Maybe one in a while. One show in a great while, I will have a guest. Pick them up with a cash cab. No, Red, no. Can't get that thing started. It's been sitting in the garage for years. Kimon says, Ben, you're classy as fuck. I love that. That expression is kind of a contradiction in itself. Jimmy J.J. Walker? Sure. I'd have him on. What's so rude? You should definitely be grateful. Yes, they should have said thank you. I sent a car. I had them picked up. And they're like, I had to wait for the car, and then he was rushing me when he finally did arrive. And I'm like, ugh. Come on, man. Come on, man. Guys, I'm approaching the bottom of the coffee here. I know that's very exciting news for everybody. Not to the beer yet. But I am getting along in time. We're already halfway through the first hour. And I hold before me, everyone, and this is homage to Mr. David Letterman, because I hold in my hands a copy of tonight's top 10 list. And I loved Letterman when I was like 16. First David Letterman I ever saw. First episode of David Letterman that I ever saw. And I probably told this story on the other show, too. Yes, we're going to do the number 28 in just momentarily, but this is a cool story, or a fun story, which maybe you guys have heard. We're at my great-grandparents' house in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm 14, or I don't remember what year it was, but my dad and I are sitting up watching TV. Everybody else is in bed. And it's getting kind of late, but we're still up because Bjorn Borg is battling John McEnroe on TV for the Wimbledon championship. And at the time, it was the longest tennis match that had been played in a I don't think just a major tournament, but an official tournament. And it went on and on and on and on. And by the end of it, it ended, and my dad was like, conked out. And so I just didn't say anything because I was supposed to be in bed. So I just sat there instead. And then Late Night with David Letterman came on, and I had never seen it before. And it was Magic Johnson was the guest, and the first guest, rather, was Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth Westheimer? I don't know if you guys remember her. But, oh, wow, Raphael, that's a very nice thing to say. So Dr. Ruth is sitting in the chair, and Letterman is like, so, Dr. Ruth, I understand you were recently on, not just on our show, you've been doing a lot of shows. You were recently a guest contestant on Wheel of Fortune, which I later found out, I think they shared a soundstage. They were like back to back, so that it would be easy. It was easy to go shoot something in there. So she goes, oh yes, I was, but I didn't do very well, or something like that. And then they show the clip, and there's Dr. Ruth and Pat Sajak and the whole thing. And the puzzle is obviously Late Night with David Letterman. There's like one letter missing, and Sajak is like, Dr. Ruth, and she's like, she doesn't know what it is. It's a pretty good gag. So then he introduces Magic Johnson, and they pull another gag. Magic Johnson comes out, and they shoot it so that you can't tell. It looks like he sits down on top of Dr. Ruth, and her legs shoot out straight. Hilarious. It was hilarious. And then he's, the next thing, he's like throwing a TV off the building and smashing it in the street, and like, it was great. I loved it. And I don't know. I think he was my favorite. I mean, I love Johnny Carson. I had seen a lot of Carson when I was probably not supposed to still be up, and he was just amazing master of the fun, casual but informative interview, and he could roll with anything. He was great. Read his biography; it's good. Kind of crazy stories in there, lots of them. But so I hold in my hand a copy of tonight's In the Numbers. At some point, I'm going to have to make a graphic for this with music and give it a name. Stupid pet tricks were great. Stupid human tricks were great. The Velcro suit. Remember you put on the Velcro suit and run and jump on a trampoline and then up and stick to the wall? It's like a big dartboard target. The Alka-Seltzer suit. Yeah, the Velcro suit. Yeah. Alka-Seltzer suit, he would jump into a giant thing of water. Chris Elliott would come out and chug a bottle of Wesson oil once in a while. Larry Bud Melman. He had all these crazy, hilarious guests. Loved it. I really loved it, man. Idolized him. All I ever wanted to do, starting out as a comedian, was perform on Late Night with David Letterman. Never happened. Sometimes you have to adjust your goals. All right, so tonight is the 28th episode of the big new show. Boy, time is flying. Feels like we're traveling at warp speed. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. That was a long and pregnant pause. All right, let me just check in with you guys here. Rice Krispie suit, yeah. Toast on a stick. Yeah, Chris Elliott ate dog food. It was fake. He didn't really drink the oil or eat the dog food, but I remember one episode, Paul Newman was in the audience, and Letterman called him out and said, who's that? Oh, it's Paul Newman. And Paul Newman stood up and pretended to fire guns and said, what about the dancing cats? And then he left. And that's it. Numbers brought to you by Benny and the Sparks. Kelf really liked, you liked early Conan O'Brien. No offense to Conan at all. I just never really watched that much of it because I was just at a point where I wasn't watching a lot of TV, especially late at night, because I was out doing shows, you know. But people loved him for sure. Conan. What a great name. Conan. They raced bar stools. Conan did fun, crazy, kooky stuff like that. I remember seeing a highlight reel, and there was like just a giant inflatable penis bouncing around, or someone was dressed in that and bouncing around the stage, trying to get it to line up with a hole. Tonight is the 28th episode of the big new show with me, Ben Bailey. So we're looking at the number 28. There are 28 days in the month of February, unless it's a leap year. I think we all knew that one. February also has the least amount of days. Anybody know someone who's born on February 29th? Emma had when she was working in the city, she had a regular at the place she worked, at the bar, who was born. He was a leap year baby. He was born on February 29th. He's like, I'm 14. I'm like, no, you're not. Burton, hello. Picus Burton, hello, hello. You are late, but hello. You are welcome. Wake me up when this bit is over. Ski, you son of a bitch. You're just trying to side with Emma, and you know it. A 28-sided polygon is called icosahexagon. An icosahexagon. Interesting, huh? Letterman used to live in New Canaan, Connecticut. That is true. That is absolutely true. Because I used to drive a guy up there, and he was like, yeah, David Letterman lives just down the road. Like, well, go over there and tell him to put me on his freaking show. 28 is the square root of 784. 28 viewers, that'd be a lot. 28 sideagon, yeah, that's just as good. In Roman numerals, the numeral 28 is XXVIII. The binary number for 28 is 0001110. So what? The computer right now is like, duh. That's my computer saying. And yours too. Duh. We knew that. Kelf was losing her mind at age 28. Wasn't everyone. 28 is the atomic number of, anybody? Nickel. It's also the atomic mass of silicon. The Arab alphabet has 28 letters. Arabs? Anybody out there? In a standard box of dominoes, there are 28 tiles in the game. Computer voice, says Mark M. Yeah, I should have done that in a computer voice. You're right. Sorry to do that to you guys. Now you're going to have it in your head. You know what? Before we continue this, let's drive it by one more time, because I'm making the switch, folks. I just drank a very large, very strong coffee. And then I just popped a beer. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Ski, how dare you say such a thing during Ben's show? It's the silent treatment for you from me. Nice, Raphael. 29 watching now. Oh yeah, we're up there. Bunch of gone shape. I saw a thing that I liked. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out on the 28th most boring episode of the show yet. Tip from Mike M, $5. Boom. Blowing it up. No, we're not back now, Ski. I just barely getting into that segment. But cheers to you guys, man. Even you, Ski, who would prefer that it was the Emma Gleeson show without Ben Bailey. The melting point of butter, 28 degrees Celsius. Yeah, they're reaching. They're reaching for these things that are about the number 28. But that is fine. That's the point. Some of them are funny. Last week, what came out of this list was Bruce Lee putting in contact lenses, which is one of my favorite moments of the big new show thus far. And that came right out of this list of ridiculous stuff. It's just supposed to be silly, you know. Kim and Kreiner, thank you for hanging out with us, Ben. Thank you for hanging out with me. All 28 of you. Let's see now. This stuff looks a little bit long. 28th President of the United States. Anybody? Woodrow Wilson from 1856 to 1924. Don't think so. Don't think he was president for that long. That's what it says. Interesting. Maybe he lived from 18... I don't know where they got that fact, but the fact site doesn't always have just the facts, ma'am. 28 Days Later is a 2002 British horror film directed by Danny Boyle. Oh, Danny Boyle. Because of its success in 2007, a sequel called 28 Weeks Later was made. Since then, there has been a graphic novel called 28 Days Later, The Aftermath. Really reaching. Really reaching. Ski, you know what? You're right. Just kidding. 28 months later, however, is a possible another sequel. January 28th is Data Privacy Day. February 28th is National Tooth Fairy Day. Look at them. They're getting into my Sunday realm now. That's how far they're reaching. Jorge Garcia, famous for his role in the television show Lost, was born on April 28, 1973. That's the most ridiculous here's something about the number 28 I think we've had yet. On May 28, 2002, the Mars Odyssey found signs of ice deposits on the planet Mars. Well, I hope so. The Mars Odyssey reported finding ice on Jupiter. Turns out we sent it to the wrong fucking planet. Pope Paul I died on June 28th, 1967. I assume that. Yeah, there's nothing here. Hold on. We got a few more. We're just about through. Cheryl Lloyd was born on July 28th, 1993. I don't even know who that is. But whoever it is, they thought it was significant enough to put it on their list of 28s. August 28th is Race Your Mouse Around the Icons Day. I'm sure we've all been participating in that every fucking year. Yeah, they're just listing holidays now. I'm not using holidays in my numbers bit. In the U.S., September 28th is known as Ask a Stupid Question Day. I said I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it. That's it. They don't have anything else. December 28th is the fourth day of Christmas. And there comes a question. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me what? You guys answer. A slap across my face. Monster trucks at the Meadowlands. Is that true? Have you gone to see the monster trucks at the Lands of Meadow? I've never been to a monster truck rally. I shouldn't make fun of them, having never actually been to one. But I do. I still do. and I will continue to. Herpes? Red, what do you... No, that is incorrect. Herpes. 4 calling birds, I believe that is correct. Con. 4 calling birds. There's like a pretty funny recording of people trying to sing that from memory, and everyone's apparently been drinking, and it's pretty good. It's a fun thing to start at a party when everyone's drunk around Christmas time. Because everyone's screwing it up, you know. Like 5 golden chickens. There's no such thing as a stupid question, just stupid people that ask questions. Well, you're just filled with wisdom, Ski. Onto. I have to attempt pronouncing axolotl 28 times before I get it right. I don't think that's true. Marta just retracted a comment, probably just because of a spelling error. I went to one at Raceway Park. How was that, Kira? How was the monster truck rally? Old school monster trucks are way cooler than there's new ones that are like not as cool. Yes, 3 French hens. Sunday at the Maple Grove Raceway. I never went to a monster truck extravaganza, but I loved the ads on the radio. They didn't all say Sunday, but in a sea of mud. If you ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. Maybe. I don't know if that's true. But if stupid people are asking questions, I mean, they could be stupid questions. There are no stupid questions, only stupid people. But if there's, I don't think that's true. Yes, 2 turtle doves. Marta is working her way all the way down. And of course, the partridge family. Inepertri. If you ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. I don't know if that's true. Like, you could ask a stupid question, and someone could be like, that's a stupid question. Is that a stupid answer? I don't think so. Old school monster trucks are just regular trucks with military truck axles under them. And what are the new ones? What are, as opposed to the new ones, are like what? They all have like individual drives, you know, motors or whatever for each wheel. Or I can't imagine driving one of those things. And Keith Partridge in a pear tree, that's right. Arnold. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens. French hens are nearly flightless. Dylan Sanchez chiming in. What's up, Dylan? Stupid is as stupid does, yeah. Don't know what that really means. I thought of another one today. People always say you can run, but you can't hide. I'm like, why can't I hide? I can fucking hide. If you can run, you can probably hide. Like, why couldn't you hide? If you're able to run, I feel like you're able to hide somewhere. Bigfoot, I think. Bigfoot. It's interesting, Kevin. Rubel, welcome. I was just thinking that. Who was the original monster truck? I think it was Bigfoot. Everybody knew about Bigfoot, right? At least around where I lived. Flightless bird's bit was gold. Thank you, Mike M. Appreciate that. Better at hiding than running, right? I mean, if you can't run, I feel like it should be if you can't run, you can't hide. Because how are you going to hide? If you can't run, but really, honestly, even if you could just walk, you can still hide. Even if you could just crawl, you could still hide. It doesn't make sense. You could run, but you can't hide. If I can run, I can fucking hide. All right? Okay. Now that we got that straight. Not from the government, says Ski. You're right about that. Not that I ever tried. What if you could hide but couldn't run? Yeah, you'd still be able to hide. That would make more sense. You can hide, but you can't run. That makes more sense. If you're running, I can run after you and catch you. If you're hiding, then you could hide anywhere. Nobody's going to find you. Take this job and shove it. Has Bigfoot in it. Yeah. Bigfoot and the Gravedigger was the other one. Yeah. Team Gravedigger. Chooch. Of course you're Team Gravedigger. I think we all knew that. Why does this conversation make me think of Bambi versus Godzilla? I don't know, Kelf. I feel like there's a clear winner in that one. Unless Godzilla all of a sudden is like, oh my God, Bambi's so cute. Then Bambi's not coming out of that one. You can't hide because the Terminator always finds you. How do you say your name? Mao? Zara? Welcome. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, if it's Arnold as the Terminator saying, you can run, but you can't hide. No, that's not true. You could hide. You could hide. I can hide better than most. What's your secret? Bigfoot is in Police Academy. Yeah, Bigfoot was huge. He's in all the big movies. Take this job and shove it. Police Academy. Yeah, the Terminator operates on Linux. Linux. It's Linux because the guy's name is Linus. Sarah Connor. I'm just going to play it because we're doing movie quotes, but here's another one. You're dead, honey. The other waitress, when they see the reports, 2 women named Sarah Connor have been murdered. The other woman just looks at her and she goes, you're dead, honey. Thanks. That's really nice. My secret, pretty sneaky for a big guy. All right, that's interesting. What's your secret? I'm pretty sneaky for a big man. I like to hide. Hide and seek is fun. Is a fun game, right? There's always someone who gets too into it, and like the game's over, and no one knows where they are still. There's this comic, a guy in New York named Mike Buschetti. I'm sure he's still around doing shows somewhere. He's very funny. He would come out and say a very funny line of it. He's playing hide and seek. He's playing hide and seek with his dad in 1976, and they still haven't found him. Oh, very funny stuff. Mike Buschetti, if you're out there and you're listening, what's up, dude? Keep going, dude. You're a very funny guy. Super nice guy. For those of you who are wondering where I am, I'm live from the Vic's bar. Cheers to the late, great Vic Henley, folks. Named the bar after him that I built during the pandemic. Lockdown. You guys are getting into Terminator talk. Actually, if you look into the T800 seems to be running COBOL and Apple Assembly. Mike was Arty Lang's sidekick. That's right. I forgot that. That's Mike Buschetti. Yeah. Dude's great. Super funny. My dad was a master at hide and seek. We played as a kid, still looking 30 years later. Boom. The version I heard of it is probably an earlier rendition because it was like in the clubs when it was new. Martin Christensen says, hi. Hi, Martin. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. It is not a stand-up performance of any kind. It is just a hang, just so you know. Yeah, Mike Buschetti. I forgot he was Arty's. He was on there with Arty for a while. It's great. I wish them both well. Not sure how either of them fellows are doing. Had Arty on the on Tall But True. He came and he told a very funny story about how he and his friends were at like a REI kind of a place. They had all this like outdoor gear, granola-y kind of gear, mountain climbing gear, and kayaks and boots and stuff. And they were like, you know, they were young and stupid, and they were like, what should we steal? See what you can steal. And I probably repeated this story, but this is a story he told in this very room on Tall But True. A friend of his, he and the one guy are standing there like, oh, I think I'll take these boots or I'll take this. And then they look up and their friend's walking out the door with a kayak on his head. And he just walks out with the kayak, puts it in his truck, and they leave. And they're like, dude, what were you thinking? And he's like, well, I figured if I just had the balls to pick it up and walk out right in front of everybody, nobody would think anything of it. So I did. And he did, and it totally worked. And then Arty ran into another guy a couple of weeks down the road, and the guy said, hey, did you hear about, what's his name? He got busted for stealing a kayak. And Arty's like, no, he didn't. I was there with him. He didn't get busted. And the other guy's like, he went back for the oars. You're right, Chooch. I hope he does too. Hilarious. Hilarious. Super, super funny guy. Sucks he's had such a rough go of it, you know what I mean? What a funny fucking story that is. He's got a lot of great stories. As you guys definitely know. I have some new dates that I'll share with you guys. I'm going to bring them up on the iPad. I do not have a video made to play for you, but I will show you what they are shortly. In a moment, I will show you. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched. I added some dates. I got a date out west, California, man. I'm going to be in LA in November, and I'll probably do some shows, a couple of spots around town in LA, and I will be at the Irvine Improv in Irvine, California on November 17th. I need to find I need to get to my website here, man. Once I'm able to find my own website, it's kind of embarrassing. We can't get your own website to come up, you know what I mean? What's my name again? How do you guys recommend I get to my website? I think I'll just type my name in. My name is Ben Bailey. Here it is, and here's a link right there. TheRealBenBailey.com is my website, guys, if you want to check it out. First gig coming up, Southold, New York, November 5th, Saturday, November 5th, at the Cast Trebor Hall. DC Benny's gig, he'll be there too, man. It's going to be a fun night. If you guys are anywhere near that area, you should come out. Don't have a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania date as yet, Raphael, but I'm sure that it's coming because I've been there and had a great time in the past. That's November 5th. I'll be in Southold, New York. Royal Oak, Michigan at Ridley's Comedy Castle. That is a burb of Detroit. Ridley's Comedy Castle, November 10th through 12th. Great club. Been there forever. Great crowds. I can't wait to come back. After that, Irvine Improv, Irvine, California, November 17th. You guys should come and check that out. Also a great club. After that, Appleton, Wisconsin, December 2nd and 3rd at Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin. And then a theater called the Candlelight Theater. It says Wilmington, Delaware here, but it's like Arden or something. It's right outside of, it's a burb. And that's March 23rd of 2023. 3/23/23. The Candlelight Theater in Wilmington, Delaware. Hope you guys can make it to one or more of those. If you are at my website and you're checking out the dates, do us a favor, scroll on up to the top and touch that link that says Shopify Store, and then head over to the Shopify Store by selecting that link. And when you get there, you'll see that there's all kinds of cool stuff that you guys can purchase in order to help us produce this show and also to help share our strength, a great charity that we decided to include. There's lots of cool stuff. Newest thing up there is Live from Vic's t-shirts and hoodies. There are t-shirts and hoodies of all kinds. There's beer cozies, there's blankets, pint glasses, pillow shams, good ass toast t-shirts, the place head here instructional pillow, an eye mask that says please let me sleep on it, a big vacuum insulated tumbler, a big giant drink container that will keep your drink cold or hot, keep your ass clean unisex t-shirt, sparkle bark, jigsaw puzzle, all kinds of great stuff. And every time you guys buy anything on there, helps us out, helps out share our strength. And for every order, a pound of plastic, which is about 50 to 60 plastic bottles, will be removed from the ocean. So, yeah, if you guys buy some Big News Show merch, you'll be helping out a lot of people, not just me. including yourselves, because it helps me continue to do this. Yes, Laura, I added only so far. There's Vic's, Live from Vic's t-shirts and hoodies. I'm looking for shot glasses. I'm going to do pint glasses if I can't find shot. I'll just do them anyway, but I haven't found shot glasses yet. Cheers, guys. Let's do one more drive-by while we're here, huh? It's a cash cab drive-by. Which means it's time for you to take a sip of your beverage and toast yourself for getting through all the shit that you've had to deal with in your life. Thanks for joining us. A toast to you, a toast to me. Be it beer, be it water, be it whiskey, be it wine. You take a drink of yours and I'll take a drink of mine. Cheers, you guys. Really enjoying the hang tonight. I hope you guys are too. The Miller Center for the Arts in Reading, PA. I would do that. I don't have, I have nobody making those calls for me, but I'd love to do it. I don't know anything about the Miller Center for the Arts in Reading, PA, but I have been to Reading. Went to a pretty cool museum there, actually, where there was like an animatronic guy sitting at a desk, and I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a model, and I started talking to him as a joke, and he spoke back to me. And I was like, oh my God, I've brought him to life. Folks, today, like most days, especially Sundays, is not one, not two, not three, but at least 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 bizarre, crazy holidays, which we like to celebrate in a segment that you guys know as Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Yeah, if you look at a calendar of holidays, at least here in the U.S., and probably many, many places, there's like a million holidays for every day. And they're hilarious, and we like to celebrate them in this segment, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Today, of course, is no exception. For one thing, today is National Cheeseburger Day. So, have a cheeseburger. Didn't realize it, but I actually had a cheeseburger probably before anyone else in my time zone on National Cheeseburger Day, because they had a burger left over from last night's barbecuing, and I ate it at like 3 in the morning before I went to bed. Okay, it was 4 in the morning. Kelf, the one over on the RACC campus. Ben was there a bunch of years ago. Oh, I've already done that. I guess I've already done that place. You remember better than I. Every day is bacon day. You got that right, Red. Especially if you're a pig, man. So it's National Cheeseburger Day. It is Wife Appreciation Day. Good night, Ski. Thank you. Good night. You're quitting a bit early. We haven't even done the... Oh, that's great. Chooch, you didn't even know, and you were celebrating National Cheeseburger Day. Well done, man. All right. It's bacon! Oh, that one. Everything has been renamed too many times. So you guys are not too far from each other, Kelf and Marta. I'm sure you obviously already knew that. All right, Wife Appreciation Day. If you've got a wife, appreciate her. Whoever you are, take a moment, because it's Wife Appreciation Day. And then third, and my favorite of these three, Hug a Greeting Card Writer Day. So, like, if you don't know one, you got to go looking. You gots to go looking. All right, folks, it's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Here we go. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. One day only. It's National Cheeseburger Day. I don't care if you're a vegetarian or a vegan or what. You better eat a fucking cheeseburger today. And make your wife understand how much you appreciate her cooking that cheeseburger for you. You'd have nothing to eat if it weren't for her, you lazy son of a bitch. Now find a guy who wrote a greeting card and give him a big hug. It's National Hug a Greeting Card Writer Day. Sorry, I just like laughed into the mic. Sorry about that. Guys, thank you so much. You know what? I didn't do this once. I forgot to put up the show logo from time to time to remind you of what you're watching. Guys, if you can, head over to the Shopify store and order something. Or you can tip here, or you can donate on the Patreon page, at the very least, I appreciate the subscriptions, the likes, and the shares on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys, as always, man. I hope you had a great time tonight. I did. I'm going to go hang out with my parents and feel like I'm in high school again. Hopefully. Oh, Marta, wait. Yes, Ben, we saw you at the Miller on the Reading Area Community College. It was great. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that. I think I remember that. Is that the one where DC Benny opened for me? Came along with me, so we could hang, so he's opened. And he didn't have dress pants, so I, grabbed some pants out of my closet, and they were, way too small on him. He had to do the show in these really tiny pants. It was hilarious. Cheers, you guys. I'm just finishing my beer. Oh, Laura, that's very nice of you. Another $5 from Laura. Which means we are blowing it up. Henry VIII, not a fan of Wife Appreciation Day. Yeah, you're right about that. I think. I mean, I don't know. He had a lot of them. He must have been appreciating some aspect of them. Yeah, so thank you very much, you guys. Hope you can come to a live show. At the very least, I will see you here next Sunday for episode number 29. I will say hello to Emma and Sparklebark for all of you guys, and they will be back, maybe not next week, but from time to time, they will be joining me. We got to get Sparky in here, live Sparky show. And I haven't forgotten about the retro show. We're still going to do it. But yeah, that's it for this here episode, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I had a great time. I hope you did too. I will see you next week for episode number 29. I will not see you.